Hey, Pups here! The anniversary for Tower of Adventures is coming up in just a little over a month. Anniversaries are a big deal for any game, but Dev Sisters have really gone out for these occasions in the past. What we're going to talk about is why this anniversary is so important, what to expect, and what I want to see in this update. Timestamps are on the screen and the comments are open. Let's talk about it. The first anniversary for this game is literally life and death. I won't go into doom posting details, but it is bad. Like, bad. The community isn't happy with the current state of the game, and the feedback channel of the official ToA Discord is literally flooded with people crashing out and needing to, touch grass or something. I don't know. But veteran players are leaving, and there's not enough new ones to take their place because the game's advertising is literally non-existent! Dev Sisters have added bots to modes like Arena and Raid that make it more bearable to play, but having a shrinking player base for a co-op game is frankly just a lot more crippling than a single player one like Oven Break or Witch's Castle, because at that point it's not all about money, but you're also losing out on player enjoyment and core aspects of the game itself. If the anniversary isn't properly advertised or the most glaring issues resolved, a good chunk of the player base will leave, and not enough new blood will be able to replace them. At least not long enough to keep the game going properly. There will always be the fans that will never give it up until EOS. Obviously, that's the worst case scenario ending that I would hope Dev Sisters can prevent. With 6 Guardian cookies on the table and cookies without playable stories, there's plenty to tell and potential to be had in a 3D cookie run title. All they have to do is tap into it. What we know about the anniversary so far is that we will be getting our first Guardian rarity cookie. Dev Sisters haven't given us too many details at the point that I'm making this video, but we do have the silhouette of the Guardian, and many of us are guessing that it will be a DPS, but really anything's on the table of possibilities. The community's biggest concern with this, understandably, is balancing issues. We'll just have to see how Dev Sisters decide to handle that. I'm also hoping it has something like the Nether Gacha from Kingdom, because my gems just can't take another hit right now. There will be at least one new story mode chapter. I'll go on a limb and say that there will even be 2 or 3 coming with this anniversary. With this being as big as it's hyped up to be, we can expect just as much, if not more, than we've gotten in the past. Especially after such a long lore famine. Like, we're starving! The Guardians have been said to protect different forces and attributes inside of the tower, leaving us many avenues for the story to go and expanding the potential for side stories as well. While not confirmed, there were some armor sets teased, and the anniversary would be a great time to drop those. And of course, any bosses featured in the story mode will find their way into raids and mirage hunts, maybe a new crate boss if we're lucky. If this update is a step up from the half-anniversary, which we all hope it is, we can expect to see more playable cookies, quality of life, the return of the Invite a Friend event, loads of new game features, and rewards out the wazoo! Here to hoping that they've been saving our feedback all this time to make this update truly something special. Now drifting into the realm of theory, there's a lot of things the community and I are looking forward to in the update. Cookie balancing is definitely a big issue, as well as bug fixes and optimizations so the game doesn't crash as often. Because that's a big thing that happens and it sucks. Adding a setting to turn down visual effects could be a good step in the right direction. Being able to download and delete the local storage of story mode levels could also be an option, since the majority of those stages aren't really needed after you 100% them. Rather than getting a bunch of new cookies, a lot of us want to see more familiar faces from other cookie run titles. More lore on those cookies and fun interactions could do wonders too. Maybe having missions where cookies team up together, or some kind of friendship system that unlocks interactions or buffs for the cookies involved. Even though the anniversary is a story update, It would be a great opportunity to introduce decorations and maybe an artifact system to guilds. A battle summary would also be very useful for people to test cookies and builds. After a level is played, it could show the overall damage, healing, and shield HP by each team member. They could even expand this if they wanted, but just to start out basic, I would be happy with that. A feature I personally want is more non-combative game modes. A trivia game with questions about lore or the cookies would be a lot of fun, or a parkour mode with a special jump ability that everyone participates in equally. The game has a really good variety of combat modes, but adding something like Kingdom's Error Busters where you're forced to use certain cookies or get buffs along the way can be a really fun twist on the tower relay style of gameplay. All players are given the same field, their success boiling down to skill and luck. Expanding on the cookie training system is something we've been discussing in the community a lot too, perhaps to unlock a Mirage skin of the character, or to get a small repetitive bonus for every couple thousand training points. This would be really rewarding for people who like to main certain cookies, so they can keep playing and still get rewards. And there's a few changes beyond the game itself I want to see too. First of all, I want more transparency between players and the devs, specifically on the English side of the community. While the Korean side of the game gets frequent live streams and updates, the rest of us get almost nothing. Even just some acknowledgement that we're heard could do wonders. Making a list of known bugs people have reported in the Discord, development roadmaps, at least one live stream a month, I really don't think that's too much to ask. Community art contests, really just anything would be fantastic. So with all that being said, are you excited for the anniversary? I know I am. I'll be covering any updates and also making other content for the game on the channel. Subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Have a blessed day and keep being awesome. See ya!